right, and we're back. This is episode 160 of the Taproom podcast, and I'm your host, Mike. And this is my third time recording the intro to the Taproom, episode 160 of the Taproom podcast. Oh man, this is a fun one. I had Kevin Limon, one of the brewers at Highland Park Brewery, obviously out in Highland Park. Man, it was such a cool time, and my buddy Art got to be down there. I got to come down. I told him I was going down there. He's like, "Oh man, is it cool if I come? Cool if I roll through?" I was like, "Of course." And it's always good seeing Art. I hadn't seen him in a bit, so it was a good time, man. And we got to hang out, have some beers before, and then Kevin came down. We got to record in their R&D station. It was pretty sweet, or in the lab, and man, it was just cool. It was just a fun time, and hearing his story, and because we had, met each other, and hung out a couple times, we've seen it, hung out at like festivals and stuff like that, or not brewery anniversaries, and never really knew his story, but talking to him and hearing just the passion in his voice and how committed he is to not just wanting more in life, but just his approach to life. I feel it kind of mirrors what a lot of times what I say is find your beer or stuff like that, and just wants to attack life with zeal and stuff like that. So I think it was just really cool. It was really fun hearing his story. So I'm looking forward to you guys hearing that, and yeah, looking forward to it. But before we jump into all that, San Diego last week, man, it was a blast. Fuck, what breweries did I hit? We went to Pure, Bay City, the Virgin, at the Arbor. Where else did I go? North Park and Society. Dude, I was buzzed, but then I got a little bit of a buzz. It wasn't anything crazy. And then we get to dinner. We go back to Old Town Mexican Cafe for dinner, and fucking Jizzy, my brother Jake, got me 2 shots of tequila and a margarita. I'll have a margarita. So yeah, I ordered some nachos, got back to the room, ate them, and knocked the fuck out. Pleasant surprise though, or fun surprise actually is what I meant to say. When I was down there, we were down at Virgin, and Luis from Level Up showed up. So it was really cool because I told him I was going to San Diego. I knew he had to, work, but he was able to get it all worked out, and he came down and we hung out. It was just really cool. My sister came down, my cousin Jamin flew in from Arizona, and it was just a blast. I mean, San Diego is the best city in the world to me. Especially with all the, breweries, the food, it was just the vibes. It's always chill out there, man. Let's see. I got to record with Lanisha from Angry Horse the other day, and it was cool. I got to see Nathan again. Nathan was kind of on the pod a little bit, so that was a good time. Next week, I will be recording with Chris Leguizamon. He's coming back. I think he was on episode 8. So man, 152 episodes later, he's coming back. I'm looking forward to hearing from him. So that's going to be great. And then a little surprise for you guys. Next week, I'm going to be up at my sister's house, but on the way back, I'm going to be stopping in Santa Clarita, and I'm going to be recording with Herbie over at Lucky Luke Brewing. So I am super stoked for that. I might try to record something while I'm out at my sister's too. There's Salty Walrus is up there, near there. So if I was thinking about maybe trying to get someone on from there, or even I might do. There's a tap room over there called Tap Yard Tulare, and man, they don't make the beer, but they just they get beer from Salty Walrus, Crow and Wolf and stuff like that. And I think it'd be cool, kind of like Alchemy, where they do their thing, and I think that could be really fun. So I might do both. Who knows? If I can. I'm trying to set something up. But yeah, for sure, next week, Lucky Luke, I'm super stoked. So trying to load up on some episodes. But yeah, what else we got? Anything else? Baseball, so spring training started. Hockey's back after the Olympics. The U.S. won gold. It was awesome. I woke up, I was hungover as shit on Sunday. And I rolled over, turned on the TV, put on the hockey game, and, was cheering as much as I could because I was hungover. But yeah, that was awesome. And then stopped at Sombreros, got a chorizo quesadilla, and I was hanging on the way home. Felt like I was in a yak. And then King Taco righted the ship. All right. Let's see what else we got. I think that might be it. Let's see. I don't really think. Let's see. Nope. I think that's all I got. Yep. I think that's it. So before we jump into the episode, wanted to give a quick shout out to Podbean. If you've ever thought about starting your own podcast or thought about, man, I really want to do that. Maybe it doesn't have to be about beer. Maybe it could be about, what's a crime? What's the thing? Crime investigations and stuff like that. I know like murder's a big thing in podcasts. So not for me. I'm just a beer guy, but I know all that stuff's really popular. So I mean, if you've ever thought about starting something like that, you don't you're like, man, it seems so daunting. How do I do this? Podbean makes it super easy. You can record anything you need to on your laptop, and then you can upload it directly to Podbean, and they'll, give you everything you need. They make it easy with hosting, like analytics and distribution. They give you all the tools to grow your audience. Plus, if you wanted to, like the listeners of my show, get 1 month free when you sign up using the link podbean.com/taproompod. So you could check that out and support the show. Again, that's podbean.com/taproompod. I need to get better at reading these things, man. All right. So hope you guys enjoy the interview with Kevin Limon, and stay tuned for the outro. Cheers. All right, guys, we're back in the tap room, and I'm your host, Mike, and I have a very special guest on the show today. I have Kevin Limon, brewer at Highland Park Brewing. What's up, brother?
How's it going, man?
Good, man. Glad we got to do this.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I'm excited.
I know, me too, man. I'm drinking the Timbo pills. You just finished playing some soccer?
Yes, sir.
What position you play?
I play a little bit of everything wherever I'm needed.
Okay, utility guy?
Yep.
Throw them everywhere?
Yep.
I like it. Nice, man. So tell me how you got started in craft beer, man.
Yeah, so a few years back when I first turned 21, I had some Saison beer that kind of opened my eyes to the world of beer and all the different styles. And yeah, that was pretty much the start of my curiosity of beer. And it was kind of hard to find in stores at that moment. Craft beer didn't really pop off. And as I was searching for beer that's very similar, I couldn't find any.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, let me look up the ingredients online and give it a crack.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, I started brewing. I started home brewing, and I didn't have any temperature control, so Saison was the way to go.
Okay, there it was. Nice. So what happened now? Like, so you start home brewing, and then what happened after that?
Yeah, I mean, I started getting deep into homebrew, and the more I would brew, I realized, like, man, there's a huge science on this. And as I was trying to gain more information, I realized that the more you brew, the more you realize
Mm-hmm.
what you need and what type of equipment to make your beer better. And just figured that I would need more education on beer. And coincidentally enough, when I was transferring from junior college into a university, I saw that Cal Poly had a program for brewing.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, if I want to get my foot in the door, this would be the best path. So I applied, hoping to get in, not only for like my studies and what I was pursuing as a bachelor's, but I also wanted to do the program.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, I got accepted. And with a little bit of extra financial aid money, I did the program.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
So I did that for a few months, and then I kind of stayed around for a bit to help out. And I think about like 4 to 5 months after that, I got a job at Angry Horse Brewing in Montebello.
Okay.
And
Nice. With
stayed
Nathan?
yeah, with Nathan.
Okay.
And I stayed there for about 3 years.
Wow.
I was their lead brewer for a while.
Okay.
And then, yeah, just in that time that I was at Angry Horse, I realized, like, man, there's so much more to brewing.
Mm-hmm.
I was very thankful to be with a guy like Nathan because he showed me the ropes, super knowledgeable dude. But eventually, I got to the point where I was like, all right, like, I know what I'm doing, but now I need to understand the why.
Yeah.
And yeah, this opportunity came up with Highland Park, and
Okay.
I saw that they were hiring. And I was like, "Whoa! If I really want to advance as a brewer, I gotta take a leap of faith and go somewhere else."
So did you, like, after needed to take that leap of faith? Did you come here, or where did you go somewhere to a different brewery after that?
No, it was pretty much I saw that that Highland Park Brewery was hiring, and I reached out to one of my mentors Jeremy from everywhere,
Oh, okay.
and
Love
he
it.
was
Germ.
just like, yeah,
Yeah. Love 'em.
the good old sour Jesus.
Yep.
He him and I would always talk about beer, and he was just like, "Dude, you should definitely apply, like, that would be one of, like, the happiest places to work in
Mm-hmm.
beer-wise." And, yeah, he was right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I shot my application in and got an interview. It went well, and I've been here for almost 3 years now.
It's awesome, dude.
Yep.
Congrats.
Thank you.
And you guys have just been like crushing it. I feel like in every competition everywhere.
Yeah, we try our best, man. I think we're a sensory-driven brewery
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't take the gas off our foot off the gas pedal. We we're always trying to improve. We're always looking for new ingredients, new processes.
Mm-hmm.
We're in constant communication with other breweries that are also doing well. And I think that's the beauty about the industry. I don't think there's any secrets to be held. I think the goal is to have great beer at every tap room. And
Yeah.
if we could help out our partners and ultimately collab, that's really the goal of our industry, to just have great beer.
Mm-hmm. 100%, dude. And that's the way it should be. Like, you just want to support one another, you know?
Exactly.
But I love what you said about, like, you're always trying new things, right? You're always trying to find the next thing. And that's what I love about brewers, bro. It's never good enough.
Yeah, I mean, even with Timbo, Hello LA, baseball,
Yeah.
we do minor tweaks to all of them. Nothing too crazy, but we're constantly looking at our fermentation logs, our our yields, and like I said, we're sensory driven, so
Mm-hmm.
we're continuously and always tasting our beer at every stage of fermentation.
Yeah.
We pull samples of wort as we're brewing, we're tasting the bitterness there.
Mm-hmm.
So none every and every facet and every phase of the beer, someone's tasting through it. So I think that sets us up for success, to try to understand where our beer should be at any given moment. And then if something is slightly off, we're able to address it pretty quickly, which we never really go into. But yeah, I think that as a sensory driven brewery, we're always trying to stay on top of our execution.
Mm-hmm. Love that, man.
Yeah, I think that even with most of our beers, I would pretty much say with all of our beers, there's multiple people talking about it in it at any given moment.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes those side conversations get joined into one.
Yeah.
And if someone says, "Hey, like, I was perceiving this at this stage," that conversation was probably held
Mm-hmm.
somewhere else. And then when we all meet and talk about it,
Yeah.
we're on the same page. Not only are we on the same page of what to look out for, but our vocabulary has been getting, like, meshed into one language
Mm-hmm.
that is super helpful. Because if I were to tell you, like, "Hey, this beer is kind of, like, sulfury," then we kinda go into the dynamics of, like, what kind of sulfur, like, is it a good or is it bad?
Yeah.
And, yeah, we break it down in that sense.
That's cool, man.
Mhm.
And you mentioned, Jeremy being one of your, or Jerm being one of your mentors.
Yeah.
Like, were there any other like brewers or even breweries for that matter that you feel like during your kind of process of going from homebrewing to working at Angry Horse that you like either like inspired you or you aspire to?
I mean, definitely. I think that anyone that I would frequent in the beer industry has always given me a helping hand.
Mm-hmm.
When I was at Angry Horse, I had everyone I had Whittier Brewing Company, Bodega,
Oh
the
yeah.
guys from Brujeria, or the folks from Brujeria. They're all in, like, a 3-mile radius from
Yeah.
me, so
They're
it
all
was easy to
close.
chop it up with them and talk shop. But, I mean, I've been in the beer game for a while, and I would always go to events that kind of forces people to join in, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
like Long Beach Beer Festival
Oh
or
yeah.
LA Beer Week.
Mm-hmm.
I would kinda set myself up to be in a room to be able to ask questions and talk to folks that have been in the game for a really long time. So I think there's an endless amount of people that have helped me out throughout my career. But one thing that I would notice, or that I would like to note, is that everyone has been so welcoming and
Yeah.
everyone has been super helpful. And I think that's kind of why I dove into this industry and threw all my all my chips on the table, because this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
It's passion driven, and people can't fake that. So I've been very happy since.
Yeah, and if you're not passionate about something, it's like you end up like it'll show in the product if you're not passionate about it, right? Because the second you start to get stagnant and all that
Right.
sort of stuff, you're just like, yeah, like nah.
Yeah, I mean, I from going to Cal Poly to Angry Horse to Highland Park, there's been so many people that have helped me out, and it's a simple question of like, "Hey, like, your beer is tasting great because of this, like, what
Mhm.
are you doing differently?"
Yeah.
And, yeah, there's like I said, there's no secrets. People genuinely wanna help you out,
Yeah.
and you'd be damned if you didn't take that advice to make your beer better, you know?
Exactly.
But even being here, a lot of my coworkers have worked in other places and have been in the industry for so long that even just working side by side with them, I've learned so much throughout that time,
Mhm.
and shout out to all my coworkers, they know who they are. But yeah, just like unlimited amounts of knowledge coming in any given day.
Yeah. And it's cool when you can have someone that close to you that just wants to see you succeed. So it's like they'll give you all the like, at least you're putting all your chips on the table, but they'll give you every book that they have or like every ounce of
Right.
knowledge they have in their brain to be able to help you move forward.
Yeah, and earlier I had mentioned that you go from knowing what to do
Mhm.
to understanding why you're doing it.
Yeah.
But then working with people that have been there, done that,
Mhm.
they show you different techniques onto doing certain things. And that kind of opens up your mind to be more creative on tackling a process, or like trying to understand what else has to be done and
Mhm.
how to do it efficiently.
Yeah.
Like there's so many creative people in this industry, which is why it's never a dull moment when you
Mhm.
meet up with other brewers and like, "Hey, how do you do this?" Or like, "What do you do when you run into this issue?" And that sparks up a whole conversation, and everyone does things slightly differently,
Mhm.
but, I mean, there's a lot of great beer around, so we're all doing something well,
Oh yeah.
and I think that beer progressively gets better, and that's just a testament to people talking about beer,
Mhm.
and, yeah, I think we're on a good path, and LA and Orange County always California in general always does really good in competition.
Oh yeah. For sure. So you talked about like Montebello, like Whittier, and like Pico and all that. Did you grow up in the area?
I grew up in East LA, and then I
Okay.
moved to Monterey Park when I was going into high school. So yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of like my playground.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you ever go to like Costa Garcia in Pico? You ever been there for the nachos?
No, never,
Oh, do you
never.
gotta go, bro. It's so
Oh
good.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like right by, where that Sinopolis or whatever the movie
Yeah,
theater is?
yeah.
It's in that little
In that
area.
plaza?
Yeah.
Cool.
Bomb ass nachos.
I
You
gotta
won't
try
ever
'em out.
like, you'll wanna go back all the time. My
Shit.
fat ass eats it too much.
No, yeah, I definitely gotta check it out.
Oh, yeah. I would always go there or like Mario's Tacos for the bean and cheese burrito. It's like,
Right.
one of my faves. I wanna talk 'cause earlier we were talking about, like, 'cause we're in the lab, but, like, for, like, comes to, like, R&D and stuff like that, like, what are some of your favorite hops or, like, even just hop products kinda out there right now?
I think there's just so many to keep up with, but these new hops that are coming out are super aromatic. I
Mhm.
think when we approach a new hop, we always, like, set them up on a table, rub through them as a team, give our, like, strong points and what we like and how we think that we're gonna, perceive them once the beer is finished,
Mhm.
which is always kind of, like, the difficult part, but we're kind of set on a flavor and aroma profile that we kinda lean towards. But with that being said, I there's just too many to keep up with, and
Yeah.
I've been liking so many of them. I just think it's a preference on what beer styles you like to drink, and I mean, we're heavy lager, IPA, hazy here,
Oh, yeah.
that if it's, like, citrusy, piney, dank, that's gonna be our go-to.
Mhm.
But for hops, I think if I were to choose one, I'd probably have to go with Crush.
Okay.
Crush is one of those hops that I could definitely identify in most beers, which is kinda cool because I've
Mhm.
never had that crazy good palate where I taste the beer, I'm like, "Oh, there's definitely mosaic in this."
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm not that talented, but Crush is one of those that I could identify pretty easy.
Yeah. Dude, Crush is so good.
I think we're gonna start to see it a little bit more
Mhm.
in other people's beers as well.
Yeah, because you're starting to like I feel like it's not like in every brewery's beer, but you're
Mhm.
starting to see it more and more like you're saying. But yeah, it's so fucking good. What it used to be what like HBC something fuck, what was it? I forgot the number. But now like I love when they come up with the names though.
Yeah, I it's hard to keep up with them, man. I mean, we're brewing 2 batches a day, sometimes packaging. We're probably brewing anywhere from like 30 no, like 60 to 90 barrels a week,
Love it.
packaging anywhere from like 120 to close to 300 cases a week. So we're
Sick.
firing on all cylinders with a small team. So small but mighty.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, and that's why like I've talked to like there's a few like white whales for me when it comes to breweries. Like Bottle Logic was one of them. But Highland Park obviously being one of like the Timbo pills. Like the first time I ever tried it, I was like, "What the fuck is like who made this?" you know.
Yeah,
And but it was so good. But I mean, every beer I've ever had from here have always been great.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I felt the same way before I even started working here. Now that I
Hmm.
work here, I could
Yeah.
flex a little and say,
There you
"Yeah,
go.
our beer is great."
Damn right,
No, but
dude.
but truthfully, like I said before, we're so sensory driven that we just wanna get the best product out there because we're proud of it too,
Of course,
and we're
as you should be.
like thank you.
Yeah.
Like I said before, we're always trying to make our beer better, and we have a lot of friends that could help us get there. We get by with a little help from our friends.
Damn right. It's a banger song too.
Yeah,
I'm always curious about beer names because I always see like you guys have the Timbo pills and like all the all the different like the Dodger inspired the baseball and all
right.
that sort of stuff. Like who comes up with the names, or is it just obviously we're in Dodger town, so
Yeah, I think anyone has a shot to naming a beer.
okay,
I think the
love that.
brewers have a little bit of a dibs because we're the ones actively working on them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's mostly Bob, Ross, and Tyler that
The
kind
way
of
you
have
worded that because it was Bob and then Ross, it just
yeah.
made me laugh a little bit.
I catch myself thinking like that
Yeah.
all the time too. Yeah, coincidentally enough, between Bob, Ross, and Tyler,
Okay.
they're the ones that kind of solidify the names.
Love it, man.
They're creative people, but yeah, like I said, anyone has a shot to naming a beer.
Have you named one yourself?
Just mine.
Okay.
Yeah, just the brewer's beers. So every so often we brew at the Hermosillo like an experimental beer,
Mm-hmm.
which is for the brewers. Like we want to exercise our creative our creative
Juices.
yeah, our creative juices
Yeah.
to make something funky. It's not always funky. Like my last staff brew was a Mexican lager, named it Futbol,
Okay.
and
There it
just
is.
to have it next to baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And with the World Cup coming up,
Yeah.
that
There
was
it
kind of
is.
like the goal. We are masters of none, but we do really well with our lager and pilsner beer. That I'm
Okay.
like, we don't have a Mexican lager on. Like
Oh,
that's such a popular
yeah.
style in Southern California. Like we got to exercise that.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I came up with a recipe and named it Futbol.
Okay.
Aside from mine, we do a lot of funky stuff, and the brewers get to name it at their will.
There it is. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, even going through that process of making a staff beer, making a brewer's beer, the way that we write a recipe is we do heavy research first.
mhm.
So most of our beers that you see that are new that aren't like Timbo or Hello LA, any of our flagship beers,
Yeah.
all the other ones go through this process where we create a beer mission statement. And in that beer mission statement, we talk about what we're trying to achieve, like the objective, right?
Of
It's kind of
course.
like a scientific process
I
of
love that.
we have a goal, how we're gonna achieve that goal, and what we expect at the end. So when I was making football, I was trying to figure out what the pH and the finishing gravity would be like,
Mhm.
what kind of hops we should use, and I did a bunch of research for it, and I even bought like 6 different types of tall cans
Okay.
of beers, and slamming them into the C box to get the carb on them,
Yeah.
to get the pH, the gravity, and it was very insightful because we slam those beers on a everyday base on
Yeah.
an everyday basis, and
Yeah.
sometimes we don't even know what we're tasting and what we're perceiving because we're so used to just knocking them back
Yeah.
that it was super eye-opening when I was doing all of that work to get to our finished product. And I think that path going into all of our other beers is super important because we don't we're not surprised when the finished product comes
Yeah.
out. We we had a goal and we did everything in between to reach that goal. And then once it's packaged, we're super stoked about it because
Mhm.
everything we said that we were gonna do, we did.
Dude, that's honestly just a fantastic way to go about it because not I feel like people think that oh, I want to set a goal for this or I want to set like New Year's resolutions and shit
Mhm.
like that. How often do people really follow through with it throughout the entire year? But when you for something like that, for like what you described is I think that's fascinating because I'm I'm a goal driven person and it's nice when you can meet someone that and you can see it. Obviously, you can see it in your eyes, you can, hear it in your voice. But I love that part of it. Like I feel like we should have goals in life. And if
Right.
you set an expectation and hopefully you exceed that and you guys clearly exceeded all the time. So
Appreciate that.
yeah.
Yeah, those beer mission statements for us have been tenfold. We not only do we set ourselves up for success, but every day that we come into work, when the latest shift comes in,
Hmm.
we all get together, kind of pause what we're doing, and we talk about what we're going to be doing throughout the day, kind of assign tasks to certain people. But more than anything, it's for us to be on the same page and to execute the goal properly
Yeah.
without anyone missing information. Because when we're making these new beers or when we're collaborating with another brewery, we take their notes. Like
Yeah.
our collaborations with other people are not just like, hey, come on over,
Hmm.
let's hang out and drink some beer and enjoy our company. It's like we bring in other breweries or they take us in and we talk about our process and what we like about our process and they do the same for us.
Hmm.
And I think it's important to execute a beer the way that they would like us to
Yeah.
because that's like the collaboration part of it. So there's a lot of notes and a lot of things that they might be doing differently that we want to get as close as to get as close as our product would be to theirs.
Yeah.
And those beer mission statements with the meetings that we have every single day allow us to set ourselves up. And when we're all on the same page, it just gets perfectly checked. Like we check all those boxes
Yeah.
accordingly. So yeah, I think when it comes to creating a new beer or collaborating with someone else, I think we've been very successful just because we're on top of it and
Yeah.
we're in constant communication.
That's great, dude. It's
Yep.
fucking awesome. What's your favorite style to drink?
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah. Well, and brew for that matter.
Yeah, I think there's oh man, it's like there. How
It's a
do you ask
loaded
a brewer a
question.
question like that?
Yeah.
Well, I find myself drinking a lot of light stuff, a lot of
Yeah.
lager pilsner, but I mean, my passion has always been with saison. But being here, I mean, I'm slamming through West Coast.
Mhm.
I think if I were to pick my three favorite beers here, which is tough to say, but
Yeah.
Timbo's for sure up
Oh,
there.
it's so good.
Timbo.
Dude, this one's fantastic too. What
Oh,
was the name of this one?
this is our Fresh Friends New Zealand
Okay.
hazy.
Oh, that's the one you told me about earlier, right? Yeah. Good.
Mm,
Oh, yeah. LA Brew Life is here as well, sitting in.
shout out.
Yeah, shout out LA Brew Life.
Yeah, I think Timbo, Hello LA is starting to creep up on Timbo for me too because
Okay.
it's been tasting great. And then Borts, I'll throw a curveball and go Borts our Schwarzbier dark lager.
Oh, dude, I
I've
love a good
always liked the
Schwarzbier.
dark lager.
Yeah, it's so good.
Um, and man, when we have that on with a Maliko pour,
Mhm.
it's just you can't beat that.
Yeah.
It's on a Luker faucet.
Okay.
That beer is always tasty. So those three beers are what I would drink here. Outside of outside of work, Yeah, I'm probably drinking a Pacifico at home.
Oh, nothing wrong with
Right
it.
right now, my 2 go-tos at home would be the Kirkland Hallis Lager,
Oh, it's good.
yeah, from Deschutes,
Yeah.
and then Sierra Nevada's, premium pills.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been slamming through those, but, I mean, working here, I kinda don't crack a beer open at home anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to, but I kinda just end my shift and crack a beer here and then head home.
Oh, dude, I get it. Cause like, I don't even keep beer at my house. Like, I will literally, I'll buy beer from places and I'll take it and I'll leave it at my uncle's house because it'll give me a reason to get out of the house and go have beers with him, do
Right.
stuff like that. Because if I had it at home, I'd probably weigh another. I mean, I just lost about 15 pounds, but I'd probably gain another 30 on top of that. So, yeah, and you kind of answered that because I was going to jump into the 4 pack. So you kind of answered like what I was going to ask you. What's one beer that never leaves your fridge? So either the Hellas or the Premium Pills right now.
Yeah. So those are the ones that I've been drinking most of, but I drink a lot of beer from here, obviously. I have a lot of people coming over sometimes, so I always try to have our beer stacked with either Timbo, Hello, Baseball,
Okay,
and then anything that's new, so some of the Fresh Friends stuff.
love it.
And, you know, uh, friends and family that know a brewer, they're always asking you about beer, and
Oh yeah.
they try to pin it as your identity, like, "Hey,
Hmm.
Kevin, like, what beer should I be drinking?" I'm like, "Drink the one that you like."
Yeah.
Like, I I'm not your palate, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta drink what you enjoy, but yeah, people come over and they're asking me about beer. I'm always gonna shoot them towards either baseball or Timbo to start,
Hmm.
and then from there, if they like it and they're coming back, then I kind of venture off and give them some of the heavier stuff.
Yeah, because you got to find that base. Like you got
Right.
to figure out what you like or what your palate's ready for and what it's not ready for, or stuff like that.
Yep. Like, the same way that we do tastings here, I do that with my family as well.
Hmm.
So we do, like, this little beer club
That's cool.
randomly, and I have a big family, so it's kinda fun.
Yeah.
I just take out random beers, and
Hmm.
I kind of proctor their little beer exam as well, like, "What do you think this kinda style is?"
Yeah.
And what do you like about it, or what does it remind you of? And it's fun drinking beer with people that aren't in the beer industry
Yeah.
because that's also eye-opening because
Hmm.
they're essentially the consumer.
Yeah.
Like, the everyday person
Yeah.
is what is gonna drive, like, people coming in and out.
Oh, for sure.
Like, no one here is g or most people at breweries don't walk in with, like, this knowledge of beer.
Hmm.
So, it's fun to hear, like, their side of it as opposed to, like, my buddies are like, "Oh, I pick up a little bit of, like,
Yeah.
this and that."
No, and I feel like that's why like beer education is so important because if you can kind of guide someone, especially someone brand new to like, to craft beer or going into a brewery or anything like that, they don't know. They've been drinking Miller or Bud or any
Right.
of those their whole life or Pacifico or Modelo, whatever.
Mhm.
But you can kind of be like, all right, we'll try this first and then see how you feel about that and then kind of work your way through the menu.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Love it. Oh, no, next question, the 4 pack is if you weren't in beer, so, like, what would you be doing? But, like, think of, like, when you were a kid, what did you wanna be?
Oh, man. That's tough. I think when I was younger, I always wanted to be a firefighter.
Okay.
And coincidentally enough, when I was going to school, I was studying, geographic information systems.
Oh, shit, okay.
So I was in the GIS on the GIS boat, and I really loved it. I had a emphasis on geospatial analysis, and as I was going to school, I did an internship, and I was a student worker with the fire department with their GIS unit, and that was fun. COVID hit,
Mhm.
beer still had to be made,
Yeah.
so I kinda just, like,
You're like
stuck with that.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I will say this, I would I'm from Jalisco, Mexico,
Okay.
and I go pretty often, and in my family, we have, like, this water purification plant that's just pretty much for the city
Yeah.
or for, like, the small town, and I remember sometime around high school, I walked in, and I saw all these huge tanks,
Mhm.
and I think at that time, Beer Fest came out,
Oh, okay,
and I
yeah.
was like, "Man, like, how sick would it be to have a brewery here?"
Yeah.
And that moment was the one that sparked me to, like, have a sensitive, keen eye
Mhm.
to the brew world,
Yeah.
and sure enough, my brother had was gifted Mr. Beer
Oh,
homebrew
yeah, the
kit.
Mr. Beer kit? Yeah.
Beer came out terrible,
Yeah.
but not to knock on the beer kit. Just didn't think that we knew what we were doing at
Oh,
that
yeah.
time. And it was for my brother. He let it sit for, like, months on end.
Mhm.
I don't even think the ingredients are great anymore, but
Yeah.
I was just like, "Well, I'm gonna give it a go."
Yeah.
And sure enough, that kind of, like, sparked it, and then we would continuously, like, work at it.
Mhm.
So when I first homebrewed, I had, like, my grandma's pozole pot,
Oh,
and
there
then
it
so
is.
it had a valve at
Yeah.
the bottom, which was kinda weird. I was like, "How did you get this?"
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's how it started. It was an 8-gallon pot,
Dang.
so I was able to knock out at least 5 gallons into
There you
a
go.
carboy.
Dude, so you saw those tanks as a kid, and now you're working with them,
Yeah,
essentially.
that's crazy,
All that RO
and I
in
still wanna
in
go back
Jalisco.
one day and kinda just do, like, a little side project.
Yeah.
I had thought about it
That could be your thing,
when
dude.
I
Open up
first
the brewery
started.
down there.
Yeah, absolutely. But I love being here, and
Yeah.
I just wanna continuously get better at what I'm doing,
Mhm.
and this place allows me to. On top of that, there's so many programs that have helped elevate my game. I part of the MJF, the
Dude,
Michael James Jackson Foundation.
I know, dude. That's fucking cool. Congrats on that. That's awesome.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And, yeah, they gave me the opportunity to get a formal education in beer, so I did the Brewing and Malting Science course
Mhm.
with, Master Brewers Association of the Americas, and, yeah, man, that elevated my game so much as well, so shout out to them.
Yeah, and you get to go, like, somewhere, right? Like an externship,
Yeah,
kinda?
yeah, I was in Minnesota for a week.
Dude, how was that?
Dude, it was awesome. I went to RAR, so
Okay.
the
Oh,
malting
yeah.
facility. I checked out a few breweries out there. Surly, t amazing beer out there.
Yeah, I bet.
Summit, which they have a crazy old school style copper
Oh
brew
oh,
house.
I love that,
Man, it
man.
was beautiful being there.
Yeah, you don't see it very often,
No,
but yeah.
and they, like, they champion beers that are so old school, but man, so refreshing when you, like, dip into them and you like,
Mhm.
Keller beer, like, doesn't really go by that name around these parts of town, but,
Yeah.
man, those beers are always tasting so good.
Oh, I bet.
Czech pale lagers, you
Mhm.
name it.
Dude, yeah. That's the last time when I was in Wisconsin in December going to Lakefront. Like, they had the big old copper kettle. It was fucking like I was like, "Man, that's so cool looking."
Yeah, it's awesome,
Yeah.
and I think they got it imported from Germany too,
Oh, shit.
so just even having that history,
Mhm.
I was like, "Man."
Like, how many beers that they've has been, brewed in there? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a kid at a candy shop, you
Yeah.
just, like, looking around in awe.
Oh, no doubt, dude. Next question in the 4-pack is you get to collab with any brewery in the world. Who is it, and what style would you make?
Ooh, that's tough. Well, we gotta check off Russian River. We
Oh,
just
yeah.
collaborated with them.
That's so
Vinny
badass.
came down, spent 2 days here, and it was just awesome chatting with him. Obviously, he's, like, the champion of IPA, and
Mhm.
I think he's the one that or Russian River put everyone on, like, the beer game map
Oh, yeah.
for West Coast, and who doesn't know Pliny, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, having him here, hosting him, it was incredible. He's just super knowledgeable, passionate, and he's still brewing, and he's still talking about brew, and
Yeah.
it's like, those are the type of people you wanna associate yourself with, and we're just happy that he had a good time here too.
Yeah.
Just people like that have always been super awesome in the beer game. But if I were to collaborate with anyone, and I know that Highland Park has collaborated with them before, but Allagash
Okay.
is
Out
one of
in
them.
Maine?
Yep,
Yeah.
Portland, Maine. They they have been in the beer game for so long, and their beer is always tasting really, really good.
Mhm.
And obviously, they're at the Mount Rushmore
Okay.
in my opinion for craft beer.
Yeah.
They champion Belgian so well, and it's something that I also really drink. I I have an Allagash White pretty often.
Oh, solid, yeah.
If I could find a good 6-pack somewhere that's relatively fresh, which most cases they are, I always get some of that.
Okay. For Russian River, yeah, the younger or the elder?
I'd probably go with the elder, but
Same.
if it was
I mean, they're both
between
great.
if it was with their other beers, I'd definitely go Blind Pig.
Okay.
Blind Pig has always been my favorite beer from
Yeah.
them.
So
but
good.
they do everything really well.
Oh, yeah,
So shout out to them as well.
for sure. All right, last question from the 4-pack. What's a guilty pleasure you secretly love or not so secretly love?
In beer
Or
or
just in life in general. It could be a
oh
TV
man.
show, it could be like mine is like All Star by Smash Mouth.
Oh, a song. Oh
Yeah,
man. There's there's just so many.
yeah.
When it comes to music,
Like, what are you gonna turn down? Like, if somebody's pulling up next, you're blaring it because you're, like, rocking out in the car, and then someone pulls up next to you, and you're
I
just
think
like
it's kinda tough because, man, I have no shame.
Yeah,
Like,
there it is.
I don't mind if people catch me singing to, Toxic Britney Spears, like, hey,
Oh, hey, there it is.
that happens, you know?
Yeah,
But, yeah, I don't really I can't really pinpoint a guilty pleasure.
okay.
I probably have too many that I don't even consider them guilty pleasures anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's understandable. Let's see. Oh, this is a new segment, so it's the first time we're ever doing this one on the show. It's called
Ooh,
Situational Beers.
cool.
Well, so which one do you feel is best? And the options are pool beer, shower beer, golf course beer, concert beer, or airport beer.
Oh, shower beer.
Shower beer?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I definitely do a shower beer pretty often.
Okay.
Yeah, especially, like, getting home from work, especially in the summer, I'll take a cold shower,
Yeah.
have a nice beer. Oh, man.
Okay.
That's yeah. And my go-to shower beer is probably gonna be Pacifico.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I love that. And like, so, because obviously, like LA, there's so much like, local food. Like the tacos are great. What would be like a go-to protein you'd have for like a taco to pair with that Pacifico?
Definitely al pastor.
Okay.
Yeah, al pastor everything. I always judge a place based on their al pastor. I say that if their al pastor is good,
Mm-hmm.
I believe everything else would be good.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like my
Yeah.
starting point.
That's how that way with lagers and pilsners. Like if those are
Oh,
good,
right
the
on.
brewery's probably going to be good.
That makes sense.
And like asada too. Like if you go to a taco place and their asada's good,
Absolutely.
odds are the other stuff. But chorizo is probably my favorite.
Nice.
It's my
Yeah.
mom's too. Just kidding.
I'll definitely do a 2 and 2 and then maybe throw in a chorizo or like
Oh yeah.
buche lengua.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not picky when it comes to food, so I dabble with everything.
Okay. Yeah, I was at Mason Ale Works down in Barrio Logan yesterday,
Mhm.
and they had that grill that you have, Art. Was it the Santa Maria grill? The one that delivered. Then we had a carne asada quesadilla bomb,
Nice.
and they had like waka salsa and the red. Are you red or green?
I'm both.
Okay, I
Whatever
prefer the red. Whatever spicier.
spicier,
Yeah,
yeah.
same. Snap.
The trick is, or what people always say is like the red is for spice, the
Mhm.
green is for flavor.
Yeah,
I agree with that,
but it doesn't have to be.
but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah. I make I'll make like a waka kind of salsa, but I'll do a shit ton of avocados. I'll do like roasted jalapenos in there.
Mhm.
So you get that roasted kind of nut, but hopefully they're like spicy. And if it's not, I'll throw in a habanero or like a roasted habanero just to give it a little something. And then I usually thin it out with like chicken stock.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's funny that we're on the salsa tip because even here at this brewery, we're huge on making like anything, either like fermented chilies.
Oh, yeah.
Like my coworkers, Brian always brings in the salsa. Bob always brings in the salsa. I made one yesterday that I'm going to bring in. It's a little bit of a funky one. It's onion, carrots, and habanero.
Okay.
And it's like it has a sweetness from the onion and the carrot, but it has like that strong tropical
Okay.
spice from the habanero.
Yeah.
So I made fish tacos last night, and yeah, they came out popping.
Dude, I'll make you, because you're not far from me, because I'm always in Pico, so you're not far. I'll make you a tub. I'll do like a habanero once. I'll do habanero, I know, like onion, tomato, a little bit of carrot, just for like the extra color. But I use sometimes I throw like 25 habaneros in there so it can have a little bit of a kick. But throw that in there. I like to use chicken stock because it just gives it that, instead of using water, it gives it that added flavor. And then a little bit of chicken bouillon.
Right.
Yeah. But like on fish tacos, yeah, like
Sick.
the battered fish tacos, fire.
I look forward to it.
Yeah. I'll make you some.
We'll trade some salsa.
There, I'm in. Yeah. The spicier, the better for me.
Sick.
But it's kind of like, one thing I don't like is when it's just spicy just for spicy's sake.
Right.
It has to have good flavor.
Absolutely.
Like people think like, oh, it has to just be like, burn your asshole hot.
Yeah.
But
For real.
yeah, if you can make something with a good flavor and good heat, like you can't beat that.
No.
Yeah. I love it, dude. Before we jump into the next one, shall we grab another beer?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm down for that.
right, pause. All right, we're back. Got what's the name of it?
Borts.
Bort. Okay. Who named that one?
Oh, this beer has been here before my time.
Oh, okay. So it's a core. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So we're gonna jump into a couple segments, but first I want to ask you, like, we've talked about collab brew days and stuff like that here, but even just throughout like your entire brewing career, like, do you have like any memorable or fun brew day, like collab brew days?
Yeah, there's a couple. I definitely always enjoy hosting other breweries, but as far as collabs go, when I was at Angry Horse, I was able to host Pink Boots Brew Day.
Okay,
So we had a group of women who just were curious about beer,
I love that.
and none of them were brewers
Yeah.
at the time. Bridget, I don't
Oh
know if you
yeah.
know
Oh, I
Bridget,
love
but
Bridget. Yeah,
yeah,
she's one of she's a homie for sure.
she joined in, and now she's doing great things in beer.
Mm-hmm.
So that was awesome. But yeah, I think that was a very memorable time because it was awesome to see people from the community join in on a brew day. And now they left that
Mm-hmm.
day with like a decent amount of beer knowledge
Yeah.
and what to look out for and what they like. And it was just nice to see that people were curious about it.
Mm.
Other than that, it's always fun collaborating with your friends that are in close proximity. So when I was at Angry Horse,
Yeah.
doing that like Highway 72 series
Mm-hmm.
with Whittier, Bodega,
Yeah.
Brujeria, like that was awesome. But then even being here, like Monkish always brings a good crowd.
Oh
And
yeah.
there's like so many people working there. So when they were all here and we were hosting them, that was super fun.
Mm-hmm.
The guys from everywhere I mean, there's just so many people that have come through these doors that anytime that I'm with them, it's a lot of fun, a lot of information flowing,
Yeah.
and just nothing but good times. I always enjoy every collaboration.
I love
I,
that,
I
dude.
always joke that I have to make them do something or else
Yeah.
I'm like gonna get
Yeah.
on them.
Gotta
Because when I go to other breweries, like I'm expected to work at least a little,
Oh
like
yeah.
at least mash out,
Mm-hmm.
like at least get the grain out of the mash.
Mm-hmm.
So the typical photo when people are collabing, it's like they grab onto the rake and
Yeah.
they're like graining out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always joke about like, oh man, this guy didn't do much. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna invite him back. It's all
Yeah.
fun and games.
Yeah.
Yeah, any collaboration day that we have has always been awesome.
Know that, man. I mean, it should be fun, right?
Yeah,
It should be
I
fun, but
can't
also you
really
gotta work a
like
little bit, you know?
I can't really like pinpoint one that has been extremely great. I had mentioned when Vinny came over.
Yeah.
That was awesome. But yeah, I mean, just just being able to be with like-minded people that are just as passionate as you are, talking, drinking beer, working on beer, like what more could I want?
Oh, yeah. Well, even like you talked about, like, with the Pink Boots one, like, Blanca, was she still the head of the LA chapter?
No,
Well, she was, I know, for a long
her
time.
term was over, so
Okay.
she had to step down. But obviously she's very, very invested in it and wants them to succeed. Um, so yeah, I do like that even here at Highland Park, we have small little pockets of people that
Mhm.
are out doing other things.
Oh, yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
No, that's the best, dude, and, like, even just getting more females involved in, in the industry and stuff like that on the brewing side, I feel like it's fantastic. Like, Bridget's been on the show once? No, I think it's one time, maybe two. No, I think it's just one time.
Was it with Yvette?
Yeah, and we
Awesome.
recorded, Feathered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fun fact, when I started here, Yvette kind of took on the role to train me
Okay.
on a good number of things.
Yeah.
So I'm super happy for her
Yeah.
doing her thing as well.
I love you, and she's great, and she's a wrestling fan, so it's, like, right
Mm,
up my alley. No, she's awesome.
absolutely.
Next one is, what's your hangover cure?
Oh man, chilaquiles.
Oh, there it is. Dude,
Chilaquiles.
I make some bomb ass chili. I do half red, half green, or what do they call it? Divorciados?
Divorciados.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
that, yeah.
sick. Yeah,
Make my mouth water.
chilaquiles, aguachile,
Okay.
and the classic michelada.
Alright.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Sunday routine.
It's a Sunday ritual.
No, I've been very good about just drinking beer. When it gets into liquor,
Yeah,
that's when you kind of deviate and
I
start to
got
feel
you.
pretty crappy. So beer treats me well because I treat it well.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Love it, man. So the next one is taproom tunes. What are you listening to when on a brew day? Could be a
Ooh,
podcast, music.
I typically don't take the reins on the aux. I
Okay.
don't usually plug in, but as of recently, I've been in the early AM shift, so I'm like brewing here at 6 in the morning. I'll probably throw in some cumbias.
Okay.
I'll throw in some classical like Spanish rock.
Little
Uh,
mana.
yeah, definitely Mana's
Okay.
on there. My favorite group of all time is Caifanes.
Okay.
So
I've heard of them, but
uh,
I don't think
I'm
I've
pretty
listened.
sure that if you were to listen to some of their songs, you'd be like, "Oh,
Oh yeah, that
definitely
sounds
know who
familiar.
they are."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what because I don't speak Spanish, but I love there's like 4 or 5 songs from Mana that I absolutely love, but I have no idea what they're
absolutely.
about.
Yeah, they make it onto the playlist.
Yeah.
But when the next person comes in, I kind of just like, "All right, you can take over now."
Okay.
It's funny. I would always mention that in Los Angeles, you could go to any restaurant of any type of food. It could be like sushi, it could be
Yeah.
Peruvian, it could be like American. In the kitchen, like ramen, you name it.
Mhm.
In the kitchen, you're hearing like cumbias, you're
Yeah.
you're hearing Spanish music, and
Of course.
I like being able to kind of do the same in my realm. So like people are in the brewery and they're listening to Mana or
Mhm.
Caifanes. So that's like my little contribution and a shout out to all the Latinos out there
There you go.
because we cook your food and we make your beer too.
There it is. Damn right. Next one's a 6-pack. So these are rapid fire questions.
Oh, right on.
Okay. So lager or IPA?
Lager,
Okay. Hazy or West Coast?
West Coast,
Music or sports at a brewery?
music
Okay. Favorite brewery outside of Highland Park?
everywhere.
Okay. A favorite junk food?
Ooh, tacos.
Okay. And we already got the protein. If your personality was a beer style, what would it be?
Damn.
A size, saison.
Yeah, yeah, funky. No.
There it is.
Yeah, I guess that's a tough one. I don't think I have an answer. I would say get all the styles, put them into one pitcher, and you have to take a swig of that.
Okay. Me and my brother. Oh, shit. What episode was it? It was. I think it was. We did a Stoutsgiving episode, and at the end of it, like we had, I don't know how many stouts and porters throughout the whole episode. We poured them like we had a little bit left over of each one. We poured them all into one glass, and it wasn't bad.
The classic King's Cup.
Basically, yeah. I'll admit though, at the end of it, like it got warm and I drank, and yeah, it did not stay down. I ended up yakking part of it in my brother's little hallway, and then but made it mostly all in the bathroom.
I used to joke that when I was training people behind the bar, you know how when you're like opening up a shift, you kind of pour through all the beers,
Hmm.
like whatever's like stuck in that line.
Yeah.
You catch it in a pitcher. When I was training other people, I would say like, "All right, if you really want to work here, you're gonna have to take a swig."
Hmm.
And they would look at me like, "I'm not doing that."
Yeah.
But like, it was just a test. I'm messing with you. Probably shouldn't have done that, but
That's all right.
yeah, it's all fun and games.
Yeah.
People can't be too sensitive.
No, not at all, bro. Oh man. Next one is you can have a beer with anyone, any historical figure, celebrity, sports figure, alive or dead. Who would you want to have a beer with?
Oh man.
Or it could be a family member too. Like that was one like I made a joke with my brother. I was like, "Your dad?"
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of
Um,
it was a bad joke.
oh, there's just so many people. I would have to take. All right, so the person I would want to have a beer with. Well, I so many names came out. Bob Marley was one of them for some
Okay.
reason, but that might be a different type of session.
Okay. What if you picked like a sports figure? You picked a celebrity and then
Yeah.
somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, even then, like I would have to think about it for a while, but
Yeah.
I would probably go with my grandma. May she rest in peace.
Okay.
When I first started getting into beer, she was super supportive about it.
That's awesome.
And like even in her old age, she like enjoyed to have one every now and then
Hmm.
when like Mexico was playing or like Chivas was playing. And she was widowed pretty young.
Wow.
And she like she grew when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time with her
Hmm.
and so did my like brothers and cousins were always at her house. And she was just super, super smart and politically savvy. And every conversation that we had with her was like just talking to like one of the boys. Like she was
Yeah.
just such a fun person to hang out with.
That's fucking cool.
And one of the like last pictures that I have of her is she was drinking a Lagunitas IPA.
Oh, there it is.
And I was just like, man,
Fuck yeah.
if this beer is like rough for
Yeah.
me, like I can imagine what it's like for her. But she just wanted to hang out. And yeah, it would be fun in my age now and what I know now and what I've lived through.
Yeah.
It would be cool to catch up and talk about certain things that I'm going through and that I'm like living. And I think she'd be very happy. And on top of that, it would be a pretty rad conversation to have with her
Yeah.
because she's full of stories and she's never been shy. So yeah, I wish I could get her back, but
Yeah.
she's always with me, so we're chilling.
Oh, for sure. And then
Yeah.
she'll be able to have one of your fucking awesome beers, dude.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
She would have loved Futbol.
Yeah, she'd be super fucking proud of you, man. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I love that. So yeah, your grandma and Bob Marley.
Yeah.
There it is. Well, next one's probably not going to get any easier. It's the Mount Rushmore. I mean, maybe because you mentioned, certain ones about Mount Rushmore breweries.
Yeah, damn.
And you know what? I'm going to do another first. So we're in Mount Rushmore breweries. I know that I didn't put this on the list, but Mount Rushmore beer styles.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, it's definitely biased. So beer styles for me, it's definitely going to be West Coast Pilsner.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah. West Coast IPA, dark lager,
Okay.
and Saison.
Love it.
Yeah, definitely. And then for breweries,
Yeah.
it's going to be Allagash,
Okay.
Russian River, Highland Park Brewery.
Okay.
I need one more face.
Yeah, you
huh?
got one more. Yeah.
Damn. Kind of want to go with a classic one.
Maybe a Sierra Nevada or something.
Yeah, definitely Sierra Nevada for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Well,
That's like I said, it's a beer that I always have in my fridge.
mhm.
And Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
It's a
That's like
classic.
top 5 for sure.
Yeah. I remember.
That like changed the game.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Or for like everyone, really.
Yeah. No, I remember like being a kid, like my dad having like, because my dad was never a beer guy, but occasionally he would have like either an Amstel Light in the fridge or a Sierra Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
And I never knew, like, when I was a kid, I would just see that in there all the time. So I would just assume it was like, oh, it's like another Budweiser. And you don't think about it when you're little, like, oh, what's craft beer, like, or anything like that. But I remember sneaking a couple the first time, and I was just like, what is this? Like, but yeah, I mean, Stone was like broke me. Like when I did the double bastard, I was
Yeah.
like, my palate wasn't ready. So it made me think like all craft beer tasted like that. But then when you find your beer, that's.
Yeah, that what an interesting time when we would buy the 22-ounce bombers.
Oh, for sure, dude.
What a glorious time
Yeah.
it was for beer.
Yeah.
A little $7-8
Mm-hmm.
for a 22 of a
Dude.
strong IPA.
Oh, yeah. It gets you fucked up with just a bomber, dude.
Yeah.
That's all you needed.
Those were the days.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of being those were the days, like if you could bring something back from when you were a kid that's not around anymore, what would it be?
Oh, I did see this question on the prompt, and
Yeah.
it's like a two-parter. One of them is I know that they're still around. Remote control cars.
Oh, yeah. Or
That shit was
cars.
so
Yeah.
fun.
No,
Like when I
for
was
sure.
a kid, man, that was just like you're in control of something.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like apart from you, and like you're just like all over the place with it. But when I was a kid, I had this like pedal car where
Okay.
it was like you would change directions
Oh,
with like
yeah,
these
yeah.
levers.
Oh, dude, there was a little kid because I hadn't seen those since I was little. But the other day there was because in my apartment complex there's like twins that live the next building over, and I always see them. But they were on one of those.
Dude, those
little
are so
things.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's like you could pedal as fast as you can, and like the wheels were like plastic, so they would drift and slide all crazy. Man, those are the days, man.
Oh, yeah,
I grew up in East LA, small household or small house, like a lot of members. Like I spend most of my time outside.
Yeah.
And so did all the kids in my neighborhood. So we would always be on bikes. We'd always be playing games. And that's like a core memory of having that pedal car.
Oh, dude. And I honestly feel like, because we're the last generation that was
Absolutely.
outside all the time,
Yeah.
It was like water balloon fights. It was, maybe wrestling, maybe pretending to hit each other with a bat because they did it in WWE and stuff.
I would go as far as to say, like, one thing that I also miss is having the Nintendo 64
Oh, fuck yeah,
and, like,
dude.
playing Mario Kart
Yeah.
and having to be close to the TV because nothing was wireless.
Yeah.
So, like, that was intimate in
Oh,
and of
dude,
itself.
yeah. And you said you came from, like, a bigger family with a bunch of cousins. Like, that was Friday nights
Yeah.
for me, dude, and Saturday nights. All the cousins would
Absolutely.
meet up at grandma's house, and we'd have, like my grandma would pull out this old fucking it was, like, paper-thin little mattress thing that laid on the floor, and we'd all sleep on it
Yeah.
and play Nintendo 64 and get, like, pizza or Chef Boyardee.
GoldenEye,
Yeah, dude.
play some James Bond.
Yeah.
Don't look at my screen like
Yeah.
you looked anyway.
Yeah. Do you still play video games at all, or?
No, I'm terrible, man.
Yeah.
If I were to play, it's when I have my brothers around, we'll jump into a Mario Kart session.
Okay.
But other than that, man, I think the last FIFA I ever had was like FIFA 09.
Okay.
Like, didn't play any of I think I played Black Ops.
Oh, yeah.
After that, like, no.
Like
never been
zombies
a
and
game.
stuff, like
I
Black Ops
suck.
2. I'm terrible at those games. I love, like, the adventure games, so, like, Uncharted or something like that.
Yeah, my siblings were really good at, like, Mario World, Super Mario. They would
Okay.
call me a life waster.
Life
Played,
waster.
and, like, I would just lose instantly. They're like, "Dude," but I loved when they played because they were really good, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching them play
Mhm.
more than I would. So
Okay.
then I think that was, like, what drew me to not play
Yeah.
and, like, just watch.
There's a whole channel, like, I can't remember on YouTube that I watch sometimes, and it's called Backseat Gaming. So it's just, like, people watching other people play. Yeah. It's like, I think there's, like, the name of the channel is called, like, Boyfriend Reviews or something like that because she just watches her boyfriend play games and, like, and then talks about it.
Yeah,
Yeah. But wild, dude. Those are the days, though.
absolutely.
And even then, just, like, sneaking beers back then or sneaking whatever we could get, like, me and my cousin sneaking, like, triple sec and blue curacao thinking it was, like, or, like, we used to mix it with Pepsi Blue. Do you remember Pepsi Blue?
I vaguely.
Yeah. We would mix that with triple sec thinking we were, like, getting all hammered. It was, like, 15%. I mean, eventually it did the job, but,
Yeah, a grade school party, I have this memory where 5 of us drank a Corona.
Oh, shit. Oh, you
Like,
split a Corona 5 ways?
Yeah. We all took a swig of it, and I'm like, "Oh, this is nasty, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have fun doing it."
Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, high school for sure. One time, I don't know if I've ever told this story, but I was, like, sophomore, I think, in high school, and my buddy brought a Gatorade bottle full of tequila, and everybody's passing it around, like, all the guys, and they're all taking, like, little sips or whatever. I was like, but I had already been drinking at that point because my
Right.
cousin started me drinking at, like, 12. So I just, like, pounded, like, more than half of it or whatever it was. Dude, I was useless the rest of the day. I was, like, hammered drunk. And it was like I still had 4th period left because at El Rancho, they only had 4 periods. And I walked by my cousin's classroom, and I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Who the fuck let him out?" Like, and then he had to, like, literally had to let me out of school, and then he walked me home. I fell over on the curb. It was a rough day. But, yeah, those are the days, though. That was back
Tequila
when we
will
could
do that to you.
Yeah, it'll put you down. Oh, man, that's been super fun, though, man.
No, the pleasure is mine, man.
Oh, I wanna ask, so sorry, you obviously love soccer. Who's your team? Or do you, like, watch the EPL or what do you watch?
I pretty much dabble with everything.
Okay.
If I were to go down the list, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Okay, you're a Gunner?
I'm a Gunner.
Yeah, well, you'd be
Yeah.
friends with my friend Ivan. I'm not well, we're friends as long as they're not playing Chelsea.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic, man.
I
My
know.
homie's a huge fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gunners, Liga MX, I'm Chivas.
Okay.
I've always been a fan of Real Madrid. That's kind of like
Oh,
what drew me
same.
into
Yeah.
soccer with the Galacticos.
Mhm.
But I've always admired separate players that like they just happen to be rivals. Like
Yeah.
my favorite striker is Raul.
Mhm.
Like then I had Eto'o, then
Okay.
Puyol. So there's like the Real Madrid versus Barca. Like I like
Yeah.
both teams, but it's like a slap on the wrist to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just ultimately I like to watch a good game.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah.
A good game is no matter who's playing is what's gonna draw me and keep me there.
Mhm. Yeah, Arsenal cost me money last week because I took the over on the corners.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. It was like I think it was like I even dropped it to 7.5 and they only got like 6. So I was pissed. But I mean,
Wow.
it cost me a couple $100, but it's all right.
It's
Well, it
hard
cost me from winning a couple $100.
it's hard to bet with the team that's like on top.
Yeah.
You know, they're also unpredictable.
Yeah, because they rolled too. I was like it was 3-0, I think,
Yeah.
last Saturday or whatever it was. But yeah, Chelsea didn't hit the corners. It was Chelsea Chelsea and Arsenal both screwed me. But I took every game the over on the corners, and every other game hit easily. But those two, I was like, motherfuckers. But yeah.
Well, that's why they call it gambling.
Yeah, basically. Oh, man. All right. Well, last one I want to ask you. If you had to describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
Curious.
Okay. I can see that.
Curious. I would like to throw passionately curious.
Yeah, that's fine.
You said one word. Yeah, I just ultimately, I see something that strikes my interest and I kind of dive in. I've done it my whole life. Aside from brewing, like I really love nature. I have a garden at home.
It's awesome.
I collect cacti, just anything that I shouldn't really have my hands on. I kind of
Okay. All right.
yeah. So all the fun stuff.
It's awesome, man. Well, I mean, I want to say thank you again for letting me come down because like I said,
Thank you for giving me the opportunity, man.
Yeah, this has been a white whale for me. So I get to, and you and I have been talking for a while, and we got to make it happen, and I'm just grateful, man.
No, likewise. Thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
And keep fucking crushing it, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah,
we try our best.
Yeah, that's all we can do, right?
Sounds good.
All right.
Well, yeah, I'm got to show you guys around.
Yeah,
give you guys a little tour.
Oh yeah. So if obviously you've all heard of Highland Park, but if you haven't been here yet, this is my first time here. I've had the beers before, but my first time here. It's off of
Spring
and
College. Oh, no. Yeah, I think the best way to point people in this direction would be Alley Historic Park.
Okay.
Across the street from there. You could get off on Chinatown Station, which was previously the Gold Line.
Okay.
But yeah, here's where we are.
Damn right.
1220 Spring Street.
Twinkle, twinkle, baby.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, it was a good time with Kevin. I had a blast. And honestly, I can't wait to go back. I actually I might go back later today just to go pick up a couple 4-packs because I want to try that Breeder's Cut, that collab with Russian River. So, yeah. But I'm also going to be going to record some Taproom Tales with Luis today because it's been so fucking busy. This is the first weekend in the entire month that I've been home, that I haven't had anywhere to go or travel to. So, I'm glad I got to just kind of chill, watch some wrestling yesterday. Watch some wrestling, made some bacon wrap hot dogs, a couple hot links, yeah. But yeah, today, getting back to it, recording Taproom Tales, recording some. Actually, no, that's it. Yeah. Next week's episode, though, is going to be the San Diego episode. I have not listened back to the audio, so if it's not that, it's going to be the Lanisha episode, depending on how that audio sounds. So I'm going to try to clean it up. Hopefully it sounds good. We'll see. Let's see what else we got. I think that is it. All right. Well, like I said, next week, recording with Chris Leguizamon, also recording with Herbie, and then potentially Salty Walrus or a brewery out there near Tulare. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great week. Hope you guys have a good Sunday. It's going to be a beautiful fucking day. So get out to a brewery. Get out there and support. That's what it's all about. It's all about supporting local, drinking local, and finding your beer. Cheers.